Welcome to All Things Female. I'm your host, the Fury of Abyss. I love you. God bless everyone here. God bless us all. All right, so we talking about parenting and mental health. Tell me why. All right, so you know I have bipolar 2, and I've had that diagnosis for a few years. Recently, I was diagnosed with avoidant personality disorder. So I was talking to one of my sons the other day, and he's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. It's hard for me to focus because of my ADHD. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't have ADHD? He was like, yes, I do. Now, give you a little backstory. I'm a recovering addict. There was an 8-year stint where I didn't have custody of my kids, and they were with a third party. Now, that third party put them on medication. I did not think that they actually had ADHD. I thought that they were just like being drugged because they were being unruly. They were having a hard time adjusting. Like, come to find out years later, my teenagers are telling me, yeah, I have a hard time focusing, blah, 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 blah. And they're able to verbalize to me how it affects them. Now, I did a little bit of digging. Girl, come to find out, we all got ADHD up in here. And not only that, OCD. Now, my family been cracking on me about having OCD my whole life because the counting thing, the obsessive cleaning, mostly the obsessive cleaning, and it was like a running joke. And I would always be defensive about it because I'm like, why are you making fun of me because I'm clean? Like, why are you making it seem like it's something wrong with me because I'm clean? But it's so much deeper than just being clean. It's like you are disturbed down to your soul if anything is out of order. You feel out this world, out your mind, out your body if your keys ain't where your keys always are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think something bad gonna happen if you don't do something 3 times. Like, I'm thinking this is some deeply ingrained mantra of mine passed down from generation to generation inside of my DNA. I must do everything 3 times, girl. It's deeper than that. So I want to share with you what I found out because I didn't really understand what it was. So ADHD is just attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Okay, it's inattentiveness, difficulty concentrating or focusing, and hyperactivity and impulsiveness. Now, it rears its ugly head differently in children than adults. See, like, all right, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So, the symptoms in children and teenagers can be this. This is the inattentiveness part, all right? Having a short attention span and being easily distracted, making careless mistakes, for example, in schoolwork, appearing forgetful or losing things. I mean, these are my kids. Like, being unable to stick to tasks that are tedious or time consuming. This is why I had to homeschool them. They could not like focus to sit down for like a whole hour in a class and pay attention. They had to move around. Appearing to be unable to listen or carry out instructions. And it's not like they're not stupid, they're not slow, they're just their mind is somewhere else, literally. Constantly changing activities or tasks, not bouncing from thing to thing, always wanting to, just having a lot of energy and needing to focus the energy. Having difficulty organizing tasks. So the hyperactivity and impulsiveness part of that is being unable to sit still, especially in a calm or quiet surrounding. My kids are constantly fidgeting, picking up stuff, touching it, doing all types of stuff. Like, sit down, keep still. Constantly fidgeting. Being unable to concentrate on tasks unless they're really, really like into it. And then there's like even a time limit on that. They need breaks. Excessive physical movement. They always working out or doing jumping jacks or running around, like literally running around the house. Excessive talking. And see, this is why so many people either get misdiagnosed or don't get diagnosed at all, because this is like what they're listing is a normal child. From my point of view, was a normal child. But like, it's when you get to teenage and adulthood that the ADHD start to be an issue. Being unable to wait their turn. Oh my God. I don't even, my Pisces in the morning, who in the bathroom? Who in the bathroom? But if you don't sit down and wait your turn, like, who is you bullying? Acting without thinking. Yeah. A lot of that. Interrupting conversations. Little or no sense of danger. I'll be having to redirect them to logic. Logic helps a lot of this stuff. If you have a neurodivergent child, or we about to get to the ODD. Related conditions in children and teenagers with ADHD. And see this, oh my God. It just all ties in. So, although not always the case, some children may have signs of other problems or conditions alongside ADHD, such as anxiety disorder. Well, we all have that, right? Oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. Let me tell you what, my Pisces has that. I tell you what, you tell him to do something, he not gonna do it. He not gonna do it. So you got to learn how to move with them. It's chess, not checkers when it comes to them, boy. The one thing that works with them is logic, silence, and logic. Don't argue, don't over explain, don't overexert. It's better to just show him what makes sense than to tell him. Oppositional, defiant, disorder. Lord have mercy, bless him. Conduct disorder. This often involves a tendency towards highly antisocial behavior, such as stealing, fighting, vandalism, and harming people or animals. Depression, sleep problems. I got one. He never sleeps. He's like a freaking owl. Finding it difficult to get to sleep at night and having irregular sleep patterns. Yes, especially around the full moon and the new moon cycles. Like, and also certain seasons, their sleep cycle is very off. I'll be clocking the hell out my kids. I don't care. They all have spiritual abilities, always have. I've seen some weird stuff with them, so I'll be like clocking them. I'll be saging stuff, bleaching everything. I'll be keeping an eye on them because I know what my kids are. Like, I don't play with them. Autistic spectrum disorder. This affects social interaction, communication, interest, and behavior. I definitely have one that's on the spectrum. He's low-key proud of it. He's a freaking genius. Challenging to deal with, though. Dyspraxia, a condition that affects physical coordination. Epilepsy, Lord have mercy, thank you. I read that. But his dad, he did have a lot of seizures. A condition, and he was schizophrenic. And he also did our magic, but that's a whole nother video. A condition that affects the brain and causes repeated fits or seizures. Thank God we don't have that. Or the Tourette's or learning difficulties. Okay, so the symptom in adults for ADHD. And this is where I come in to Jack. Because it was like, girl, what? Carelessness and lack of attention to detail. Continually starting new tasks before finishing old ones. Poor organizational skills, inability to focus or prioritize, continually losing or misplacing things. That's why I gotta have everything in a certain order. But that's what come up. Well, wait till the OCD come in the chat. Blurting out responses and often interrupting others, difficulty keeping quiet and speaking out of turn, inability to deal with stress. Oh my God, my whole life is built around having to manage stress. Extreme impatience, which makes it challenging when you have ADHD, raising children with ADHD, and you want to be a good parent. Taking risks and activities, often with little or no regard for personal safety or the safety of others. And it specifically says, for example, driving dangerously. My first year driving, I got 10 speeding tickets. And I cried about having to slow down. I cried about having to slow down. In them little, them little sections next to a school, you have to drive like 15, maybe even 10 miles. It was crazy. I was crying because I was mad because I couldn't go like 30 miles an hour. Who does that, girl? You crazy. So it says, as with ADHD in children and teenagers, ADHD in adults can occur alongside several related problems or conditions. And this is what really blew my mind, okay? One of the most common is depression. We all have that. Personality disorders, which I just got diagnosed with. Bipolar disorder, which I have. And obsessive compulsive disorder, which I've been trying to act like I don't have. Obsessive compulsive disorder is a mental disorder that causes people to have uncontrollable reoccurring thoughts and behaviors. When I tell you I've got so many videos about intrusive thoughts, and I had never had them so bad as like a few weeks ago that it caused me physical pain. I had to do like 4 days of work. It was so bad. I kept having intrusive thoughts, and this was after I cut my finger real bad. I kept reliving it and feeling like the ends of my fingers were being cut off, and I kept feeling the sensation of a knife stabbing me in my tongue. So it's like, damn, on one hand, I got to do the spiritual work because I may be getting spiritually attacked. And on the other hand, I got this mental health disorder where I have a neurological situation where my nerves are being affected because I have actually cut my finger and I'm healing from it. Now my mind wants to replay that in my body. So I got it from both ways. So that's why it's like I have to look at all this mental stuff through a spiritual lens, but also understanding what's happening inside of my body chemically. You feel me? So, obsessions, unwanted thoughts, feelings, ideas, or sensations, compulsions, repetitive behaviors that people feel the urge to perform. When I read this, it made me want to cry. Like, it made me cry because I finally understood myself more. But it made me cry because, damn, I don't want to, be like this. I replayed all the times where the whole family was cracking on me saying I had OCD. Just 10 years later, to find out, girl, you actually got OCD. And it's, not a joke. It's not a skit. Girl, it's serious. And it didn't hit me how bad this shit... I felt like such a bad mom. Because it's like, girl, how could you miss this in your own family? And it changed everything. When I realized that this is what my kids had... I looked at their behaviors that were causing some of the issues with me. Like, okay, you guys aren't cleaning up well enough, or you're not being mindful. You keep leaving doors unlocked and water running. Girl, there's mental health conditions behind that. I'm thinking that they're just being disrespectful. They're just being defiant. No, girl, their mind is somewhere else. You understand? People have trauma. Girl, ain't nobody worried about what you saying and your standards of keeping the house spotless, which is like insane. Anyway, girl, how can you live in a house and it's always spotless? Like, I didn't realize how crazy it must be to have me as a mom, because it's like, girl, nobody can live up to your standards. And when I read that, I realized how much pain I caused my family. I'm like, girl, you've been putting these kids through hell by not acknowledging the fact that they have mental health disorders, and by not acknowledging the fact that, girl, you got a mental health disorder, and some of the stuff you do, you kind of need to adjust that, because everybody don't have the mind that you have. I felt so bad. Then I had to go process that. Girl, I be having to process everything. Let me get a letter in the mail. I gotta process that. Let it rain instead of snow. I gotta process that. Like, girl, oh my God. It's a struggle being me. And that's why I cannot stand. Like, you be hating on people, but you don't know what they're going through. Like, I promise you don't want to be me. I promise you. But all praise to the Most High. Thank you, because I wouldn't want to be nobody else. But girl, oh my God. Do task in a specific order. And everything on this list, I do. Okay? OCD can significantly interfere with daily life. People with OCD may do tasks in a specific order every time. I do the same thing every day, same time of day. I don't even need to look at the time. I know what time of day it was. And that's why me and my dog got along so well, because we be on the same type of time. Schedule. If my schedule is changed, I feel like my mind going to explode. I cannot deal with changes in my schedule. That's why I can't be nowhere at a certain time. It's just, I can't have appointments. I can't be there at that time. I can't do that. It's just like hell. Up until that time, I'm just in hell. I don't even know how else to explain it to you, because that's just what it is. Need to count things. I've been doing that since childhood. I would count everything. I would always have problems sleeping, so I would just like talk to Jesus and count stuff and play with my Barbie dolls. Have rituals of washing and cleaning. See, this is when it started to piss me off, because I started to feel judged. Like, as a spiritual person, who doesn't do that? Who doesn't have cleansing rituals? And it's like, even the fact that you think that is normal, but to me, it is normal. Like, that's what we do. We have cleansing rituals. The fuck? I thought everybody had cleansing rituals. Check multiple times. This is what really blew me, yo. This one I wanted to punch a wall. Check multiple times that doors are locked or appliances are turned off. Every 2 hours, even when I'm asleep, I wake up and check them doors. Especially since my ex-husband died. It's not like we were together and he was, but it was just like, girl, you the last line of defense. We checking doors. What's going on? We checking windows, like all the time. See, I miss my dog, yo, because me and him be on the same bullshit. Like, it's always go time, always wartime. Like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm a Scorpio. I got them heavy placements. Like, I was born under the underworld and war and Mars and Pluto and shit. So, underrated, very cold, very distant, very suspicious. You know what I mean? I was born that way. Repeats. This one pissed me off. Repeat certain words or pray silently. Who don't do that? Who don't do that? All right, whatever. Fine. I got OCD because I pray constantly. All right. Constantly seek reassurance or approval from my kids, because I promise that's the only people I care about. Like, I don't give a damn what nobody says about me. I know what I see is true. I know about me, my God, my plants, my animals, and my kids. I know that I want them. Yeah, they the only people that can hurt my feelings, because they be cracking on me so bad. I don't mind that, because we can play the dozens around here. I'm gonna crack on you, gonna crack on me. But it's just like their disappointment, or if they feel like I'm overreacting to something, it hit different when something that you created look at you like, you should be more evolved. And I'm like, what? Go ahead somewhere. I made you, but you ain't lying. Avoid situations that can cause obsessions. I avoid all situations that have anything to do with dealing with anything outside of my family in the world that I have built. Welcome to Fairy World. I'm not dealing with it, because when I go outside my bubble, it get real dark, yo, because I look at everything and everybody as a threat. Okay? And there's that I can't unsee what I see when I see what I see when I look at people. So I stay away from them. I ain't got time for it. Have difficulty concentrating. My mind is always elsewhere. always elsewhere, yo. When somebody try to talk to me, I gotta anchor myself. I physically have to move my leg to the side, stand like this, take a deep breath, and look deep into their eyes to even hear what they're saying. Because my mind is elsewhere. I'm telling you, y'all, I don't be here. I have to purposely do grounding work to keep my spirit in my body. If it wasn't for my kids needing me so much to be here, I would be dead because my spirit would just jump out of my body. You wouldn't even have to do nothing to me. My spirit would just jump right on up out my body because let me tell you what, this ain't for me. I know that's why it's like I don't even waste my time trying to be cool or trying to hang out or what's the point? I'm here to raise these kids, okay, and teach them about their spiritual gifts, and that is it. That is all. I'm here to help them heal. See, people got it twisted. We don't heal people. I'm not like a healer. You help people heal by creating environments so that they can heal themselves. I have never healed anyone, but there's a lot of healed motherfuckers around me because you help people heal by healing yourself, which is the only person you could actually heal. And then you show other people that it's possible for them to do it for themselves. I'm in the era of letting people do things for themselves because I realized I was stifling my children's growth by doing too much for them and being too accessible. And it was starting to piss me off. And I was walking around angry all the time, but realizing, girl, it was your fault because didn't nobody tell you to overextend yourself. Okay? Just because they ask you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. They're doing it because it's easy. Even the cat do that. She be trying me. She don't even be hungry. Meow meow. Like, no, you're not getting no food. Oh, she gonna try you anyway. Like, the kids are the same way. So now I'm in the season of stepping back because I've said it enough. When I realized, girl, you are saying the same stuff every single day. I've been fussing at them kids about them dishes since 2021, girl. Who finna be crazy? I'm not finna go out like how my mother-in-law went out. None of that. How all the women I've ever really seen in life have just ruined their lives worrying about these kids and these men. Like, girl, no, worry about yourself. I'm not fitting to, like, kill the divine feminine inside of me. I'm trying to find her and bring her up out of there and honor her because, girl, we just give ourselves so much to this world and let them just take it, take it, take it, take it. Here's my tit, just milk me to death, take all my energy, and then at the end of the day, you just get left. These kids gonna move on, have their own families. These men gonna try to replace you with something younger, and girl, you just left with dried up titties. Girl, no. And feel exhausted. God, wake up exhausted. And it makes no sense. So, I cried. Did I cry? I cried. Probably for like 15 seconds. I got watery-eyed at very least. And that's a lot for me. About this. Like, girl, yeah, you got OCD. Whatever. So once I finally accepted it, 4 to 5 days later, that's when I started getting into the work. I almost immediately stopped yelling at my kids. Because it was like, I could not look at them and not see their mental health condition. I could not look at them and not see the damage that I caused. You know how many drugs I did when I was pregnant with them? Do you know how out of it I was? And so in a traumatic, just like cyclone of just drugs and sex and drama with their daddy and just everything. They were born and made out of love, but they also had a lot of stuff mixed up that, you know, gave them the chemistry that they had. So these kids are my responsibility to fix or to help them heal. But yeah, girl, that's all I focus on is my kids. I can't get down with the putting anything else before them because everything that's wrong with them is my fault. It's not funny. I looked it up. I don't feel bad about laughing at stuff that shouldn't be funny because, girl, that is a physical and emotional response to being triggered. Okay, to stimulus. I looked it up, okay? Yes, I laughed my way through life because we ain't catching charges in our late 40s, okay? Ain't no bleach in prison, and that ain't cute. Ain't no cake in there, all right? I got a vegan diet. Ain't nobody, I get cold at night. I got cramps and shit. I be needing to work out. I cannot be in no jail, all right? I stay my ass in the house. There's jail enough. But it's a nice, fluffy, warm jail. I got turtles up in here. It's nice up in here. I like it here. It's simple, but it's nice here. But I had to tell you, yeah, girl, we all got ADHD. OCD, the hell? Well, I'm the only one that has OCD, clearly. Thank God. But I have bipolar 2. I got a son that has bipolar 1. There's all types of stuff going on in my family. But it all comes back down to childhood trauma and genetics. So I learn about food and how to use food to heal our body. All right, because what's going on in our body affects our mind. What's going on in our mind affects our spirituality, and that affects every damn thing. Especially as mothers, we raising these kids and we affecting our community. Everybody gonna do what the woman does. Point blank. Period. Everybody, like, she is the temperature gauge. Like, if you cool, everybody else gonna be cool. If you get hype, everybody else gonna get hype. I had to realize what I was, and every morning I gotta wake up and stand in my power and remind myself who I am and what I am to everybody around me. Cause baby, it will be war. You say the wrong thing through a woman's throat, it's war. It's heaven or war through a woman's mouth. Let me tell you what, and I've learned that as an orator, as a musician. Like, I understand the power of my words. So yeah, I'll sit on some music for a while, or I won't release stuff because I don't want to put that energy out in the world. I always want what I say to be truthful, but sometimes it be a little too much truth, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, trap so much rage in one project and have that project on the people. So I just have to remind myself every morning what I am. And really, as I get older, it means so much to me. Yo, I can't just wake up and just feed them and keep the house clean. That's not enough. Because every interaction that I have with them affects them so deeply. Because it affects me so deeply. Like, I cherish the relationship I have with my kids so much. I took them for granted for so long. And they could be dead. Their daddy is dead. I woke up and he was dead. He texted me like, I'm going to be dead in a week. And then he fucking died. I want to punch him in his face. I still want to cuss him out. Like, oh my God. You just going, okay, that's cool. Because I don't have the luxury of just piecing out when stuff gets tough. That's not what we going to do. We made these kids. We made this world. We got to fix it. So I just pretty much stay in my house and cook and clean and use food, okay, to get everybody gut bacteria right. Because a lot of depression is caused by not getting enough sunlight, not having enough physical activity, not eating the right stuff. Y'all just, like, I couldn't poison my kids no more. I can't with the fast food. Like, I did bring some fast food out. I'll knock your ass out. Like, stop playing with me. Like, I'm not gonna let my kids just go out and do anything, coming home, bringing home attachments. Now I'm in a manic episode wondering why I'm saging and bleaching for 24 hours straight. Like, what did you bring home on your back? What have y'all been doing? Who have you been around? I don't play that with my kids. Like, I don't. Like, so many of our kids are walking around with spiritual gifts. And there's not even a space in the home to deal with that type of stuff. Like, they just walking around manifesting shit that don't need to be manifested because it's not even a space to discuss that in the home. Yes, we talk about that stuff here, honey. Sometimes they tell me a little bit too much. I be like, damn, living through their trauma. I be like, why you gotta traumatize me? Stop telling me every damn thing. I don't need to know every damn detail, but I love them kids. They keep me out of jail, boy. I just had to tell y'all, yeah, girl, it's not a game with this spiritual stuff and the mental health stuff. It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. Because I ain't finna let these people try to tell me it's something wrong with me because I got spiritual sensitivities. I like the diagnosis because it gives me a point that I can start at to understand my behaviors, because a lot of the shit that I do and I think go against how I feel. And it's that distortion, right? Because we in environments where we're having to, like, accept things that go against our beliefs, or like maybe participate in things that go against how we really feel we should be living our lives just so that we can survive. And that cognitive dissonance where we're going against how we really want to live is where the mental health shit is, and where it, is birthed. And that is also leaving us open to spiritual attacks from lower level entities that feed off of that type of shit. So, yeah, you can't just eat anything, sleeping with anyone. Girl, knowing what I know now, I would still be a virgin. Oh, thank God for my kids. But look, stop playing with me. Like, no. Talking about these kids are spirits being brought forth from other realms through your womb, and your body is a temple. Like, that shit is real. You're not just putting anything in my temple. Just like how you're not coming in my house and walking your shoes through here. Like, no, bro, you can't just let anybody in your temple. That shit is so real to me. Like, I don't play with God. I used to be a criminal. See, I did white collar crime, like fraud and stuff like that. It's not cute. It's definitely not cute at all. But I'm just saying, I'm so proud to not be a criminal anymore. I be scared to break the law because I don't want to disappoint the Lord. Like, I don't even want to lie. Like, I don't want to do none of that. I stay my ass in the house. I drink my water. I don't even want to cuss people out in my head. Like, I'm really trying to be the best version of myself because I am sick of being here. I don't want to reincarnate on another lower level place. Like, it's dense as hell on earth. It's dense as hell. Oh my God. It's so dense and it smells down here. It's cold. Girl, ever since I was a child, I just look up at the sky and cry like, when is y'all coming to get me? Like, what the fuck y'all leave me here for? It's cool though. But yeah, this mental health stuff, like, Yeah, I take it with a grain of salt, but because I have one foot in the spiritual realm and one foot in the practical realm, right split in the middle, my feminine brain and my masculine, all melded into one. I'm married to myself, literally. And these daggone kids, they the cause and the reason. I'm trying to tell you, like, hey Celia, how are you? I'm well. All praise to the Most High. Always well. Everything is always good, yo. It's just how we perceive it for real. What's up, my twins, brother? That's a dope ass name. I'm Indian. Congratulations. What's your name? Fury. God bless everybody here. I appreciate you being here. How's everybody week? How are your kids? Can you relate to anything that I've said? Do y'all have any mental health disorders? Like, Lord have mercy. But that's all I really wanted to come on here and tell y'all. I was just so distraught to realize how much I had missed. And so now it makes me want to be quiet a lot. Now the things that I felt like were a burden, they're really actually a blessing. Okay, maybe I do want to selfishly sit in my thoughts all day and not listen to what other people have to say, but you're missing an opportunity to learn and to grow and to connect with that person. So now I really do just take that deep breath and cross my arms and listen. Hey, Walking. How you doing? How you been? It's good to see you. I think about you a lot. And just go ahead and listen to them, child. I just always bring it back to that. They could be dead. I could be dead. Their daddy is dead. Maybe you should just listen to what they have to say. Because the Lord be speaking through these kids. I'm trying to tell you. All our ancestors be talking through these kids. So I actually do need to start to learn how to that's the thing. I was on a path to having to learn how to deal with them triggers, but getting that damn diagnosis made me realize that everything that was triggering me about them is not their fault. And it brought me to such a deep level of compassion that it changed, like, overnight, changed how I dealt with the kids. Now I ain't gonna say I don't raise my voice, but as far as like like, nah, yo. It's made me be so much softer with them and so much more compassionate because it's not their fault. It's my fault. Everything that they were doing that annoyed me or triggered me, everything that they were lacking were all things that would have been developed in them had they been with me, and things that were caused by my absence. So I'm hanging in there, just relaxing and being present. Yeah. Um, we were talking about that the other day about how to be more present, and I read something that said like, if you are right hand dominant, doing things with your left hand will bring you more into present. I don't know. It snowed today. It's been a heavy pain day. My damn heating pad broke, so I just been suffering. I know I like to suffer sometimes. It makes you stronger. Whatever. It's fine. That thing exploded. If you have a heating pad and the wires start to pop out, don't try to put it back together. I said, it was boom. I said, oh my God. I know he throw this thing in the trash can. That's one thing. Mate, listen, my insurance is on auto pay. I don't play with that damn insurance. Hey, BB, what's good? Yeah, girl, I like that. Set the damn thing. In my other, Lord, my other apartment, I told you I wake up every 2 hours, checking the windows and checking to make sure everything turned off. Well, I don't know what I was half asleep. And I guess I got some water. I don't know what I did. I left the water running. I woke up. I flooded that entire building. Oof. They should be honest, too. I started paying them back, though. I think I owed them like $4,000. I flooded their whole building. It could happen to anybody. But this is the stuff I'm talking about with this mental health. I'm so glad that my family wants to stay, like, together. Because it's stuff like that. If it ain't one of us leaving on the stove or leaving water running or leaving the door literally ajar in the middle of the night, like, bro, Spirit be waking us up out. And I swear I'll be dead asleep and just wake up for no reason. I'm just going to the kitchen, door just swinging open. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, what? And, like, before we got this diagnosis of the ADHD, I'm saying that like they ain't been known they had it. Like, they knew. It was just my dumb ass that took so long to realize, oh, no, they actually have it. I would have just like hit the ceiling. But it's like, nah, yo, Shorty mom was really somewhere else. Like honestly, the wind could blow and their mind to be somewhere else. Doing my hair and just wanted to stop in and listen in for a bit because I was like, because I like catching you. You go live and I can. How are you? I'm well. Girl, I done found out we got ADHD and OCD up in here. I'm all talking about something. I live my life by a law of threes and I deep clean my house 3 times a day and I deep clean my body 3 times. Girl, your ass got OCD. Like, girl. Like every marker. My therapist had a field day. And so, you know, I have bipolar 2 and avoidant personality disorder, which apparently is an extremely rare personality disorder to be diagnosed with, not to have, because people usually get it diagnosed with like borderline personality disorder, and because there are so many people who are not in mental health treatment, there's not a lot of people that are getting diagnosed with it. But my therapist happens to be a personality disorder specialist, and I've been working with her since 2020, and it took her that long to finally diagnose me with it. So when I talked to her, and it's all connected, this OCD and ADHD, all that shit is connected, and she just had a field day. Usually we have a back and forth in our therapy session. She was typing the entire time, so I feel like she's about to add this diagnosis to me because I'm in a disability case right now, and I actually meet with them soon. They not even taking me to court, so that's why I feel like I'm about to like get approved because usually they deny you. My lawyers ain't really had to do too much because they were like, I mean, it's a rare personality disorder, so whatever. When she told me that, I got so mad because I'm like, yo, why is it so hard for me to fulfill anything? Goals, complete stuff, focus. Why do I have to put so much effort into structuring my life? Why do I like forget to do simple things like, I don't know, buy cups or like decorate your house? Those things are like what, why? And I'm thinking, oh, you're a lazy person, but I'm like, you have so much done. You do so much. How are you lazy? But why can't you focus on the things that matter most to you? And then here comes this damn avoidant personality disorder. And I got mad. Like, stop labeling me with shit. It's nothing wrong with me. I don't need another excuse. But it actually helped me because now when I go to avoid doing something because I don't feel like it, I don't give myself a space to do that. It's like, nah, yo, you know that you have a condition. Come on, let's get up and go take care of this, or it's never gonna get done. I have to be my own cheerleader. Like I don't have the space for anything but this. My whole life revolves around mental health. Like that's it. Like I have to constantly fight off intrusive thoughts that have now accelerated to the point of physically hurting if I dwell too much on it. Having to deal with and actually stop my thoughts and listen to the kids because my brain, and that's why it says Fury World, a mixed media project, because in my mind, it's like this. My thoughts are like this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And it's constant like this. This is a stream of thought, 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 and there's 2 more streams of thoughts. And it's constantly moving. That's my brain. And you want me to listen to what you're saying? Very hard for me. So it may seem like, I don't know what it seems like, and let me not project that, but I guess if you compare my life to other people, it might seem like lonely or sad, but I don't feel lonely. I feel overwhelmed around people. I like being alone. I'm used to being alone. That is my safe space. A perfect day for me is rain outside, dark room, stillness, my bed, fluffy stuff, my book, my dab card, YouTube, cashews. That's it. That is it. Water bottle and some hot chocolate. And I could stay there forever. Forever. I don't need to go out. I don't need to shop. I'm wearing the same clothes I've had since like 2019. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to go out to eat. I'm so disturbed at the thought of eating food that a complete stranger has made me in the kitchen that I didn't personally clean myself. It actually makes me physically. I'm actually getting nauseous right now thinking about it. I'm just not who I used to be. I can't do them things. I no longer feel that my children are safe in the public school system. You might as well be sending them to prison. As far as I say, I homeschool my kids. Like, you're not about to, oh, absolutely not. I mean, it's people sending their kids to school, and then they standing there on the bus stop waiting for their kids to get off, and the school's like, oh, well, I don't know where your kid is. The fuck? Because at the end of the day, if something happens to your kid, all someone can offer you is an apology and an excuse. It's not going to erase their trauma. It's not going to bring your child back. And I don't want to go to jail. I have a question. Are you from New York? I hear a little accent. No, I'm from Baltimore. But I'm adopted, so who knows? I could be from Mars. I've not been diagnosed, but I seriously think I have OCD too. I wondered this a long time ago, but I think it may be so, yeah. Do tasks in a specific order every time. Need to count things. Have rituals of washing and cleansing. Check multiple times that doors are locked or appliances are turned off. It actually says that. Repeat certain words or pray silently. I felt some type of way about that one. Constantly seek reassurance or approval. Avoid situations that can cause obsessions. Have difficulty concentrating and feel exhausted. OCD is a chronic condition, but treatment is available to help people manage their symptoms and improve their quality of life. Risk factors for OCD include family history, brain structure and functioning, and childhood trauma. It affects 1 to 2% of the population. I don't want to listen to that because that shit can change every day. But obsessions and compulsions, unwanted thoughts, feelings, ideas, or sensations, repetitive behaviors that people feel the urge to perform. And it's challenging when you have spiritual gifts and a mental health disorder. So it's a thin line. It's a thin line. You're absolutely right about being scared and not trusting strangers who cook your food, because I just started a job as a prep cook and I realized no one in there was washing their hands. Let me tell you what, when I went to rehab, did none of them bitches wash their hands? None of them. I didn't care what. Listen. And it's not just that. Even the doctors. That was one problem. I was concerned about my disability case because I'm not going to the doctor. I don't trust y'all with me. Y'all don't care about me. You have systematically shown me that you could give a damn about my melanin. You really think I'm going to you to heal me? No. I do research. I heal myself. I can pay attention to me. I clock myself. I clock my kids. I'll be clocking my plants and my turtles. I have to. I'm the one that takes care of everybody. I can heal myself. When I went to the doctors, when I used to go, I went with a list to tell them what was wrong with me so they could write me a script or tell good old disability what was what. That's it. I didn't go to them for answers. I went to them for a prescription. Now, my prescription, I make myself out that kitchen. I don't need them to be, no, because you're testing on me. Like, no, you don't give a damn about healing me. I only give a damn about healing me. Just like I only give a damn about the state of my kids' souls and their bodies. These people are strangers. I don't know what you do when you go home, and it does matter. Your energy transfers. You could be in there doing whatever to whomever, and then you come to work trying to talk to me about my body and how I need to heal me, or let me touch you here, there. No, I don't actually want you to touch me. Doing hair, nails. I haven't got my hair and nails professionally done. My daughter does hair. Ain't nobody. I trim my own hair. I just trim my daughter's hair. You're not touching my nails. You're not touching my hair. You're not touching my body. I don't even go to the grocery store anymore. All praise to the Most High for Instacart, because I don't know how these kids were going to finna eat. They was going to have to eat water because I don't do grocery stores anymore. I'm not bringing no spiritual attachments. People want to do, it's the passive aggressive stuff. Why you pushing your cart so close to me? If I'm physically moving my body, why you keep moving your cart? I almost caught a charge. I was finna throw that lady across the store. Why you keep pushing your cart close to me? Like, you can't read the room. I don't like when people act like they don't understand energy. We animals, we spiritual beings, all in one. Yo, you feel me. Now you disrespecting me. Oh, you trying to bully me? Get away from me. You see I'm stressing out. I'm giving you all the signs. I know you feel it. Even babies understand energy. They can't even speak English, but they understand energy. Yep, and I had to quit. Oh, yeah. It's a couple places I had to leave because the energy wasn't right. And all these things walking around looking human ain't human, honey. I can see exactly what you are. You're not fitting to play with me. I love when a lower level entity, or like just an entity or just a being that has a skin suit on want to try to play with me. Like, nigga, I see who you are. Like, ooh, excuse my mouth. Like, I see you. I see you very clearly. Like, stop trying to play with me. I said something to the lead cook, and she said she'll say something. It don't matter. It's not gonna change. The next day, I seen with my own eyes someone do something unsanitary in front of her, and I said, "Well, that's my confirmation." And yes, you must be your own doctor. Yeah, for sure. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares. And that's why I don't put too much with social media. I come, I do my job, and I leave. I don't put too much in too much. Even when somebody says something nice or bad, I can't, like, on some stoic shit, I cannot, like, let myself be moved. But if you say something good or bad, it don't matter. I got to stay still within myself and solid within myself. I can't be swayed by what people say. You feel me? I'm here to express my unique vision. I'm here to be who I actually am. And more that I work with spirit, it's being shown to me, girl, all you ever got to do is have the balls to show up as yourself. That's it. Everything else will fall into place. Play your role. That's it. Stop worrying about what they doing. Stop trying to be like them. You can't. You won't. Stop. You're being distracted. Be you. That's it. That's all you got to do. Praise the Lord. Thank you. Because my agreement could be a lot more traumatic. I remember the day I said, you know what? I want a soft life. I don't want to learn my lessons in the hard way. No more. Whatever it is you want me to do, you got that. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. And I'm not happy. So I completely submitted to the Most High. And hey, we here. As long as there's just some rules I have to adhere to. Gotta keep them legs closed. Okay. I can't have alcohol. I can't have hard drugs. Yeah. And I get to have all these little sensitivities, but I can make things move. I can get things done and I can help people. So whatever, it's worth the sacrifice. What's a nut to a squirrel? Some people just know how to yap, went to the yapping university. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, definitely gotta be your own doctor. Yeah, cause nobody cares. Like they don't care. They don't care about them kids. And then when I went to college, and when you fill out forms to get loans, if you read the fine print, and I read it, okay, they have these programs where if you get a degree, like a 2-year degree, you can go and teach for 2 years, I believe. If you get an associate's degree in anything, you can teach for 2 years and they'll take 50% of your student loans forgiveness off rip. Off rip. So that's when I realized, yo, a lot of these teachers are not in it for the passion. See, when I was growing up, our teachers were like career teachers. Like they were born to be teachers. Like they were born to be teachers. I grew up in Baltimore and all those teachers were career teachers. They did not play. Going to school and church, it was like an extended family. Okay? So you didn't get away with nothing. They were all in your business, all in your business. Like, damn, that's one thing I do miss about home. It's a war zone now, and it's like really corrupt out there. But like on some community stuff, I really miss Baltimore because it was like I grew up. Everybody, whether you were Jewish or black, you were still from Baltimore, and everybody was just real chill. I grew up in a very loving community. And everybody was in your business. You couldn't get away with nothing. The lady down the street, the bus driver, your teacher, like everybody knew everybody and everybody was in your business. And it was really nice. It was like a big tribe. And it wasn't a color thing. It was just, that's where we from and it's a community thing. And I miss that. But I love living in the mountains, Joe. And I wouldn't take it. But people tried to clown me for moving out of Baltimore to live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't give a damn. I'm glad I did it. I love it out here. Listening to you is equivalent to listening to a pastor in church when he really preaching the word. Oh, Lord. I know that's a compliment, but baby, I'm just sharing. Especially when you were just talking about having the courage to show up as your true self. Yeah, but I like to study people. Growing up not really knowing who my family was at all, being adopted, not having a really like solid adoption or whatever. I always people watched. And I always like to study the most successful people in history and even currently. And the one consistent mistake that I see everybody make when they become successful is falling victim to their ego. And that's been something that I honestly have been afraid of. And I felt like maybe there have been times where I like self-sabotage because I was afraid of success because of what came with it, because I was afraid of turning into like an egomaniac, because it's almost like a disease or something. It's like you reach a certain point, you have this wealth and then or this information, and then you begin to think that you are above others and it destroys you. And I take great pride in who I am as a person, as a woman. And I just have seen so many great people fall and their whole legacy be destroyed because they fell victim to the ego. So, all praise to the Most High. See, even demons work for God, because guess what? These intrusive thoughts, thank God for them, because it'll always remind me of who I used to be and who I was, and caution me on becoming something worse. So I'm glad that I'm haunted by the ghosts of my past, because it won't let me forget and it won't let me turn into something bad. So I don't mind. I'll keep my demons. You know, they're there for a reason, and everything worked for the glory of God. It's just like haters. Haters are fans. Like hate is love. Like it all comes back to God and it all comes back to love. So I don't really trip off nobody, especially not no trolls. They here to play their role. And that as I get older, I learn that I don't trip off of the roles people play because I see clearly like you playing a role. I'm not tripping off you, bro. Play your role. If you come over here, I'm gonna cut your head off. But like you stay over there with that. I don't care what you say about me. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know what I'm here to do. I'm very aware of that. I was just in Baltimore earlier this year with my ex partner. Sorry for your loss. We stopped through there after we went to Rakim. Oh my God, you went to a Rakim concert? That's so cool. Oh my God. Wow, that's awesome. How epic is that? Yeah, I love that city. I love Baltimore. She raised me, but you know, we have to say goodbye to some of our lovers, yo. And that's just a relationship I had to leave. And I love her. I will always love Baltimore. She'll always be a part of me. But when something turns toxic, you gotta let it go. But hopefully one day we can go back there and help revitalize some of the places and help. You know, that's always the goal is to reach back and help. Well, at least for me anyway, because that's the role that I agreed to play when I came here. I appreciate y'all being here so much. I really, really do. But I just wanted to drop that off. I couldn't believe it. But, you know, self acceptance is a really big part of me getting older. I accept things for the way that they are, but I don't accept things the way that they are in myself if I don't like it. I don't accept, oh, well, this is just how I am. No, this is how you are now. We're going to have to make a few life adjustments, but I love that it's changed the dynamic of my household. It's a lot calmer now. There's not a whole bunch, nobody's yelling and screaming at each other. Once I started giving everybody grace, everybody started giving each other grace. Like, there's no yelling and screaming now in the house. And that's all it took was that one conversation. That one conversation that we had a space to have with each other, honestly, about our mental health and our spirituality with each other. And it changed the whole dynamic of my family. That's lit. That's lit as fuck. The concert was really cool. He is not passed, but we are just not together anymore. Oh, no, I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. Not dead. I mean, I'm sorry for your loss of the relationship. My bad. But we're just not together anymore. He loves Rakim and newly just got introduced to Rakim, and I like some of his music. And I feel you in giving back to your community. That's what I feel like I want to do back in my hometown, Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, but it's like I got to move careful because I'm not trying to get Nipsey hustled either. You feel me? Like, you got, because like I said, some places have principalities on them, and some places just going to be, they're spiritual war zones. So no matter how much you rebuild it, it's always going to fall. So there's some areas that are just going to be war zones, and it's just like, it just has to be that. You got to let things be what they are, yo, and just move accordingly and put yourself where you supposed to be on the map. That's pretty much it. People show you their true colors, go where you are spiritually safe and where you can thrive. You feel me? Everybody's going to gravitate to where they supposed to be at. And then we going to see. All thanks to the glory of God. I commend you on growing and becoming better. It's really beautiful to see. I love my mother, but she's not like you. She doesn't want to grow. I appreciate that for you saying that. It took a long road to get here. I made a lot of mistakes. I hurt my kids a lot. I hurt a lot of people, y'all. So I have a lot of years to make up for, and I can't catch up with it. So I feel like I don't get to have bad days really, and I have days where I don't want to be bothered, but I don't feel like I get to not be bothered because this is my job. This is what I committed to, and like on a spiritual level, I don't get to not show up for my kids. Like I'm not about to get my ass spanked by God because I didn't show up for my kids, and it's so blatantly obvious. Like I just want to be good so bad. I just want to be in God's good graces and do what I'm supposed to do because I've already been the demon version of myself, and it's not cute, and it's so easy to be a demon. Like don't like it's not cute. It's easy. Oh, let's go get drunk and fuck everybody and be a hoe. Like girl. It's played out. It's a lot hard. It's a lot more challenging. It's a lot more out and development needed to be calm and modest and logical and empathetic. Like I want to be more like spirit. I don't want to be more like the human version of myself. Like that's okay. Oh, procreate. Oh shit. Eat, sleep. Ah, eat, sleep, shit. Fuck. Ah. eat freak shit. The fuck, like ew, what? Like the fuck? No, I want more. There's more to life than that. What else can we do? Oh, we can do this and we can do that and make that. Like that's where I'm at with it. We can stay over there with that shit. I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate. And, people can get cut off regardless of who they are. If they toxic, they got to go. Even if they gave birth to you, it don't matter. They just gave birth to you. You know, this life here, this version, we only got one shot at. So why not actually be happy? Oh, but that's my mom, so I'm just gonna keep letting her treat me like shit because that's my mom and we're black and that's what we do. You can kiss my ass. Cause they be trying to kill us. Some people be trying to kill us. They related to us, but they want us to die because we love them, because they don't love themselves. So everybody that love them, they want to destroy. Does it make sense? No, it don't make sense, but that's just what it is. So people got to get cut off because you ain't finna kill me because I love your ass. I love me more. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I will see you in 2 weeks. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Peace.